So welcome to the club. Glad to be here. I didn't know there was going to be that many people out there who shared the same feelings and stories as myself and just thoroughly enjoy living life and not being bound by any one particular location or most importantly by your job. I posted a video recently about how I quit corporate America and pretty much gave up on the 9 to 5 grind and devoting my life to another employer and moving on to starting my own business, creating my own company, generating my own income, ultimately uh, purchasing a 2022 American Coach Patriot on a 3500 XD Mercedes Benz Sprinter chassis with the 3-liter diesel, turbo diesel, and traveling the country, great United States of America this summer with my wife and my kid, and looking forward to doing it again. But I will say that there's two things I want to talk about today. One is how can you do the same? And people are saying that I want to quit my job, but I can't. And I think can't is a terrible word. And the moment you use it and agree with it is the moment that you've pretty much sealed your fate and have determined whether or not when you will succeed. Because if you decide you can, then it's only a matter of time. But if you say you can't, then it's pretty much a done deal. Now, the other thing is if you do, and this is something that I want to learn more about myself, is what's the best way to travel? And I mean, particularly as we've traveled this summer and found ourselves in some pretty dead spots, the best way to solve the problem of internet connectivity and cellular communication, basically. Because I make YouTube videos, I manage YouTube channels, I enjoy creating content, I enjoy making YouTube videos, I enjoy something weird about me enjoys YouTube's algorithm for some reason. But without a decent internet connection, it really kind of puts a hamper on things or a damper on things. And my daughter had a great time this summer, but she would have loved at some of the campsites to have been able to get on the internet to play Star Stable, to play Minecraft, Roblox. So I was thinking about Starlink, and I know Starlink is like $5.99 for one-time fee. I guess that gets you the equipment, and then there's a $135 a month monthly fee, which apparently you can turn on and off because there'd be some months when we wouldn't need it, but then there may be several months where we do, so that's a plus. But the question is, how well does it really work? And is it worth the money? Or is it just worth kind of dealing with a day or two out of range until you find yourself back in civilization and have access to 5G or maybe a Starbucks with a decent Wi-Fi connection? Or a KOA campground, because a lot of the KOA campgrounds have really good internet. So there's that. But that's just a question that I have for those of you who have done this, have more experience, may even have Starlink or had Starlink because it didn't work out so well. So if you don't mind, please just comment below and let me know what you think, because it is seriously a consideration of mine for the next time we take a big trip. But for those who are looking to join the club, who are looking to quit their jobs and enjoy life more than you ever could have imagined, yes, you will need money for sure. But if you put together a solid plan and you really like buckle down and you have a way, a means of generating additional income, I don't really see it as being a huge issue. Fortunately, we didn't see a diesel fuel shortage this summer, which was a concern trying to travel the country. Although the concern was primarily on the East Coast and we went west, diesel shortages and high diesel prices was a concern. But honestly, even when we got to California, there were only like a few spots that were really bad, and we maybe only filled up twice in California, so it wasn't a big deal. And so I think now may even actually be a great time as the interest rates are continuously going up. And some folks are not in the best financial situation, maybe through some frivolous and unresponsible spending during the beginning of the pandemic, possibly some insecurities in their own jobs that they probably need to think about breaking away from, or the fact that they're just ready to unload an RV or a van or a Class B at a pretty good price on the pre-owned market. I think the Class Bs probably hold their value just a little bit better for what they are and how compact and versatile they are, especially for how limited in production they are. I think the travel trailers are kind of like a dime a dozen, and maybe like a really good Class A is going to hold well. A Class C, not really sure, but the Class Bs, they're not like, I don't think you can just walk out and find a good Class B. Now, I'm not nothing against anybody with a different Class B, but when I say a good Class B, I'm not automatically considering a Revel to be a good Class B, but there are some other brands out there that you guys are more than aware of that they don't have the same quality standards as some of the other coach manufacturers. And that was one of the reasons why we strayed away from going with a Class C originally, is because it was by one of the brands that didn't have a great reputation for quality. And even as we were walking the brand new unit that was available for us to purchase at Camping World, we noticed some things that were wrong from the factory that would need repair. And we were told that basically we would have to do it ourselves because that's pretty much how it comes. And they said, you should probably get a bag of screws, you should get a drill and some wooden shims and things like that. And just be prepared to work on this Class C all the time as you're using it, because a lot of the interior components are going to fall apart. So we decided to go with American Coach because they had a better reputation, higher quality, perceived quality. And I will say, after thousands of miles of driving that van this summer, there were a few things that, honestly, I think any van really, maybe the Class A's have a little bit different suspension, but I'd say probably any van is going to suffer the same fate that we noticed on a few wear items on our van, with so many miles, some of the roughest roads I've ever driven on, and 3 people living out of it for 5 weeks. But they were so minor, it's not even funny. Like, it's just, I know because it's my van and I bought it, and I'm in touch with it and I'm in tune with it. I know, but honestly, like, it's nothing in comparison to like some of the things that we witnessed on brand new lower model Class C's. I mean, honestly, we spent more on our Class B for less space than a Class C. It's like you paid more for less, but I think that money was spent in the quality. It was spent in the value. It was spent in the versatility, for the fact that I could pretty much drive this van anywhere. So I'm okay with that. But there were a few things that, that I'm not going to say went wrong, but it's just like, I know that, this screw is a little loose, or this screw cover fell off, or, we had some shelves in the pantry that fell down, but that wasn't actually because of the van. It was actually because the shelves were cut to the wrong size and they were too small for the brackets. So I think that's like consequential. But regardless, I think that, now would be a great time to be on the market looking to pick up a deal on a rig if you're looking to do that. And, and right now, as we go into, I'm not going to say we're in a recession, so to speak, depending on who you talk to. But, as people are really starting to focus more on their finances and where they're going to be putting their money and spending, this could be a great opportunity to pick up, something that you had your eye on, especially if you're thinking about quitting your job and maybe spending more time on the road, and freeing yourself of the desk, and maybe even freeing yourself of a mortgage or some monthly rent payments. Because not gonna lie, it was a great feeling, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to doing it again, and I will make sure to bring you guys along too on that journey. So again, if you have Starlink, use Starlink, still have it or got rid of it, just let me know. I'm kind of curious before I jump in and dive in on that $599 buy-in. But I would love a solution for certain times where we're out and we want better internet connectivity for certain things. I would appreciate it. But you guys take care. Be safe. I'll see you on the next one real soon.